player. Hasn't lost the sauce in the almost 2 years since NASL Season 1. Don't think about that too hard.
Oh, you made me feel so old, Yoshi.
Yeah.
I did not like that. I'm a spry young man, okay?
I would not age ever, personally. But also rocking with Edicam, who, crazy niche information, played in a TPT, and I think won. No, top 2 at least. I don't quite remember. But I'm pretty sure that guy won, playing with Striker Kai and Luke. So showed up, put on a beast mode performance, and I would imagine is looking to do it again. Nothing less against the Seed 1 for Launchpad 2 here, showing up on this specialized orb replicator start. Only one orb replicator pick. I have to do it. Guys, orb replicator only heals your teammates by as much as you heal. So if you're full health, it's not going to heal your teammates because you're not healing. And for that reason, it's like, I've heard people say like, oh, it's an energy awakening. You shared the orb energy. They don't give that much. I have to be really angry. I have to be really angry in a public space and say that orb replicator is just the worst awakening game by far. And it's not even close. And even though specialized training Asher is not winning any awards, that's value on your awakening as opposed to no value on your awakening. Anyway, I'm a massive hater. They just crush those guys. Maybe orb replicator is the difference.
Yeah, chat. Orb replicator is kind of good. That's totally what got that goal in, and not just Edicam, just absolutely killing everyone on the pitch. I was gonna say, while I was listening to you rant a little bit, that I think this match is going to be a particularly bloody one, especially with the spec training start here, and just looking at these two rosters. I mean, we see Borg. The only thing he likes more than maybe flicking the core in with Zentaro is just taking people off the pitch. So I'm expecting to see a lot of KOs this match, especially on AtLab. And we do see a nice shot there from Borg into this bottom corner to kick things out. Of course, there is sort of a mountain to climb for coDEX being the 16th seed versus seed number 1. We've seen the land performance from all of NASL or Bust team, and it's definitely a mountain to climb. That being said, we've seen how quickly these goals can come out with X. One strike reset against a goalie who primarily focuses on damage and not melee range can be lethal.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a great point, is that this game is going to be a real back and forth between the indomitable core control comp that coDEX is putting up versus the damage that NASL or Bust has. And obviously, and we got a little bit of finesse in here too. Borg on the blick, signature trick, getting it done right here, putting another point on the board, one away from winning the set. But obviously, NASL or Bust, their team comp is straight out of NASL Season 3. You got the VYCE IME backline with the Zentaro, siphoning Wand. That one's gonna do the trick. This is a very retirement home comp.
Yeah, do not tell me how long ago that season was, Yoshi. Please
no, we're okay. I don't remember that one too well. It's okay. And so they're doing a great job putting all this damage on, and obviously Merchant, just a beautiful goalie, able to save these on the VYCE. No melee goalie required for this guy. But with the now healing coming out from coDEX, look at that. It's doing a lot of invalidating all the damage being put up so far. And of course, it's just set 1. Things will get wild soon, but until then, it's looking like this X and Now should just be able to run over NASL or Bust because they have more KO potential, not having to get through it now. Ooh. They have the X who's just tearing it up. They have Merchant who's almost dead, is looking to get this orb. I think NASL or Bust should, in theory, have a high road to climb, but right now they are ahead and doing pretty well. Just trying to get through everything that the X is putting up, but Merchant is down.
Merchant is down, and you have to take this game seriously. I mean, this team, no slouch, despite perhaps the seeding difference on paper. I mean, you got to be careful. Not only is this team really strong, but they can also scale if they win this set. There's a lot of awakenings you don't want now or X to get. And some of them might be coming up if they're able to take this next barrier and this next goal. And we'll have to see. NASL or bust looking to find the score here. Big damage coming out from that center. Just trying to stay alive. Merchant in the midfield. Edicam bouncing off multiple surfaces. Still manages to take a barrier for it. And Borg has the core flip. Might be looking for a KO if he's able to find it in this corner here. Merchant looking for the down clear. Does deny that orb from Edicam, who's just being knocked around by the glitch pop. Finally KO'd by Borg, who has this flip now. A power play opportunity for the side of NASL or bust. And Dragon does have the core flip. Unfortunately, that core bounces off the side. Will take that final barrier. Opting to use the flip just to get it away, but it's going to be hard for coDEX to get this core closer and closer to this barrier.
Yeah. Oh, almost a beautiful play from both Borg and Merchant. But coDEX able to save it right here. Merchant trying to send it in with the power cord right there from downtown. I want to bring up that Borg and Mystic did some beautiful passing plays to burn Dragoon's flip there. And with just a simple board flick from the man himself, going to put it in, seal out this set. 3-2. Bit closer than I think anyone would expect, but now with first pick on the board, things like Super Surge, which is going to be picked up right away. Definitely the best awakening for Borg here. That's going to be such a big deal. This little Zentaro is going to be zipping around left and right, up and down, every which way, and doing so much damage. It is going to be terrifying. Glass Cannon on Merchant, also more damage, more speed. Going to be really nice every time he blinks in. The ad rush looking like denied. Edicam going to be picking that up, getting 1 second off the CDs, and might be looking for some dash punches, but it's going to be tough because Mystic picked up Deadeye, and that's just three big booms coming out from NASL or bust here. It's going to be so difficult to get through all of this. They were doing a good job before, but I think 3 damage awakenings hitting the field is going to change the climate entirely. And right now, they don't even need to focus damage. They're just having some great plays. And oh no. Unfortunately, we have to save Asher.
Yeah, as you mentioned, 3 big booms. It wouldn't be anywhere else but Costco, am I right? This is a lot of damage and just so much pressure coming out from NASL or bust. And this is horrifying. I mean, I think almost so far, 3 out of the 4 goals have been scored by Borg just doing the Borg flick, which is a little bit scary. But not to mention, the final one secured by the goalie. Mystic is doing a great job at supporting literally everyone on this team, and that Deadeye is just, that's the goalie.
Yeah, and we're back. Welcome to Season 3. We're here, ready to play. But yeah, like you said, Mystic doing a great job of just supporting. Every time Merchant blinks up, he always has a pass straight to Merchant. And I think that's such a big deal for how Merchant plays. And a great flip from Borg to counter Dragoon's flip. Borg is just going crazy on him. Like, I've seen this before. We'll be seeing it again. He's back. He's ready to rumble. And it's NASL or bust.
It sure is. And right now it's looking like NASL the way this team is playing. We will have to see. And there's an unfortunate double barrier there, just drifting off from Edicam across the map. Gets very lucky. And here comes the speed from Zenith. Did pick up that Among Titans, which is either a game winner or a game breaker. I feel there's a huge KO from Edicam. Finds 2 players. You have 8 seconds to score this before someone's back up. Borg looking to lock it down. Zentaro goalie, obviously the best striker in the game to do this, as they say. Merchant back up. Both players back up. Edicam almost finding the strike orb, but Merchant in the perfect spot. And there's Borg just putting the core through so many cooldowns. Even finds a KO for good measure. From the flip to the bottom corner yet again. NASL or bust. A beautiful set here, taking it now to set number 3.
Yeah, again, just wonderfully played by Borg. Held it down in the 1v3. Went in. Core flip scored. Has been rewarded with perfect form.
Oh no.
we just keep seeing these Zentaros win, get perfect form, and the rest is history. Like, I don't know, it just great plays by Borg. 1-2 punch being picked up by Dragoons, pretty scary. Core speed from the goalie, always something to be afraid of. But Stagger Swagger denied, Spark Resilience picked up. Big Fish also denied, and Edicam is left with Might of Colossus with no size awakenings, which is not awful. You know, more power every time he ults, but I don't know if he's going to be ulting anytime soon with how much damage is coming out on this guy right now.
Oh my gosh, he has no energy and he's down to like a third of his HP instantaneously.
Yep, and the now ult's already been burned. It's looking pretty tough out here. I won't lie, but barrier's down. Here's an opportunity, but we saw this last point, a really hard point to recover from. They were able to get 2 KOs and they weren't able to secure the point, and now
Yoshi.
It's a bloodbath.
Oh no!
They're all dying. There's so much damage. No.
Yeah, that flip just came through and every ability was thrown into that corner. We saw the cyber swipe come through. We saw that secondary coming out from the VYCE. It is just a nightmare to play against this. And all things considered, Edicam doing a good job as they can at staying alive throughout this. And Dragon is locking down this barrier more often than not. But that being said, if you're off the pitch, there's no amount of defense really that can save you.
Oh, but you know what can is a big adrenaline rush KO. Mystic fighting back though, trying to take out Edicam, but unable to. Merchant down, the barrier not going though. Borg actually getting his own in the reverse power play. And now Edicam looking a little low here, looking like he's going to be facing the entire brunt of NASL or bust, and a great power core is going to be sending him away at just vicious, brutal. It's looking like coDEX's best opportunity is to just get these straight KOs on or with Edicam for the adrenaline rush, but even that's not working out as NASL or bust is just holding through it anyway.
Yeah, as they say, the best defense is a good offense, and there's one coming through. Edicam with that strike reset, able to find the barrier. Merchant looking to pass this up to Borg, trying to stuff it through, has so many cooldowns. The passive blocked away, this time by Zenith, as Merchant has to hold down this difficult goal, looking for that bottom corner. And we see Edicam actually wins the strike war, punches it through the bottom, and coDEX is on the board.
Yeah, great work from Edicam getting KO on Mystic, and then great patience on that strike war. Had a ton of speed and knew that he just has to win one strike war, and that's always going to be the thing about ranged goalies is if you sit down and say I just have to win this one strike war, and then you do, that's it. What's VYCE gonna do? Secondary you, try and strike power chord? Well, the core's already going through her. You won the strike war. Like, it is difficult, but if anyone can make it work, obviously it is Merchant, who's been winning most of these strike wars so far and enabling his team to just go crazy right here. Borg looking for a devious flick, gets the passive, doesn't matter though, the original shot just sending it right in, and NASL or bust is 1 point away from making top 16 in this Launchpad.
That's right. I have not seen Borg shoot towards the middle of the net this entire game, Yoshi. That's all I want to say. I think if you had 2 goalies and you lock one down on the top, one on the bottom, that might be all you need. But look at the damage coming out. 1 KO. Borg just fishing for the second. The flip coming out. But that means Dragon has no more energy and the abilities are being wailed on. Ends up finding it, and somehow that core does not go into the net. coDEX with a little bit of a miracle there to escape that one, but not out of the fray just yet. Mystic has this core in the corner. Borg full HP into the super surge dash, and that is all she wrote. NASL or bust. 1 game closer to making it to NASL.
Yeah, it is a long road to get all the way there, but this was a great game to set the tone of the trip, just going all the way. And it's what I would expect from the seed 1 of this Launchpad. Just great play coming out. Only 5 KOs. Actually, more KOs on Edicam alone, but every KO mattered for them. A ton of damage coming out. I mean, 31k from Borg.
Oof.
They just don't do it like him. Put on the one and get to work. 8 goals too. Beautiful play from NASL or bust. And coDEX. I think they put up a great performance, but again, you're up against a team that's shooting all the way for NASL and looking like they have a great chance for it. It's going to be difficult.
That's right. And also something to point out here, a nice anagram damage number from Borg, 31313. It's the same thing backwards. Just wanted to point that out. I just know that Borg is a very well-rounded player. So, can play forward and backwards against this team. But yeah, I mean, look at that. 117 redirects, both shared by Mystic and Merchant. Really just coming out, obviously dominant performance as expected from this #1 seed here. And really just a team to look out for moving forward. I mean, these are all terrifying players to go up against in their own right. And with Merchant and Mystic to back up Borg, I think this is a team to look out for moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Has a great shot at making it to landing. And again, all the way to NASL. So keep your eyes peeled. Do not pray for the bust. It's NASL all the way. And with that, I believe we will be cutting to break and preparing for our next match.
Yeah, we'll see you in a little bit. Also, sorry, that's a palindrome, not an anagram. Thanks, Everblaze. Anyway, see you in a bit.